Hello, my name is Chrissy Levett, and I was the creative director of Azimo, a FinTech remittance company.
Hello, and I'm Paul Barlow. I've got a design and branding agency called L&Co, and we work with a range of clients from big institutions to small startups and, of course, FinTechs. So we're going to talk about two things. The first is a sort of general little introduction to branding. I guess the first thing is a definition, what brands are or what they're not. You know, the brand is not your logo, like, you know, the country is not represented. The country is represented by a flag, but it's not the flag itself. So I guess our job is to create the stories that go behind the flags or behind the logos. It's all about choice, and we have many identical products. This is an obvious one. FinTech is the same. There's a lot of very similar businesses, and the brand is there to help you make a choice. And of course, it's big business. We know that coherent brands add huge value to a business. I mean, this crazy figure, 76.6 billion, is attributed to the Google brand itself. So into FinTech, you know, fast-moving world. It's a world of small screens. It's people swiping. You've got to create your story and get attention very quickly. So Chrissy's just going to talk through how we used our sort of 8-step process to create a brand.
So step one is all about research. It's about knowing your audience. Without that, anything that you create around your brand, you're just going to be guessing. So you can partner with other people to grow your brand, but choose your partners wisely, because it could all go horribly wrong if they're not the right people. The next point is co-create the why. It's not what you do, it's why you do it that engages people in who you are as a business. And we would advise you to do internal engagements and use external experts and workshop. Really get to the core, dig deep to the purpose of your business in order to be able to tell your brand story. Test everything you do before you build your brand, before you build your product. Make sure that it's fit for purpose. Test it on every platform, different sizes, different formats. Make sure whatever you do, it's fit for purpose before you bring it to life. Build your product and then apply it across all your channels. So, you know, whether it's building an app or your new website or your social media, make sure that you use every possible platform that you can when you bring your brand to life. There's all sorts of things you can do around owning, photography, look at the environment, how your brand might work in environment. Lots of people now, lots of brands are painting buildings. There's all sorts of things that you can do to engage your audience, to make people know who you are. It was interesting listening to you earlier and saying that you don't do that, it's word of mouth. But imagine what it would be like if you built this brand out in the world through social media. Once you've done all that, you need to launch it. You need to tell people who you are, what you do, and why you do it. Talk about what you do, share it, use PR, get involved with things that are happening outside in the world to really get your brand and your story out there. Thanks.
So one of the things that is so easy for people to think, great, we've created this thing, now we've done our job. And of course, it's like a garden. We can give you the tools, but you need to keep tending it, to keep looking after it. We used to talk about brand guardians. Actually, it's really brand gardeners. So that's it. Come and talk to us afterwards. I think that's the grand finale, isn't it? Yeah.